All right, we've got Ubuntu 18 installed in VirtualBox on our Windows machine, and we can start the server. Now, I've actually already been here first time and went through some updates and things, which took some time. And I added a couple of favorites to my side menu. And it's taking a minute here to boot up. Okay, I had to click on the screen to have it continue to load. Gave up waiting. So running an Ubuntu machine here is almost like running it on the cloud. It's pretty much a separate machine. And we full screen it, and it becomes our desktop. And seems a little bit slow here. But once we get in here, we can run a terminal window. We can type GER, and there's the terminal window. We can add it to our favorites, which I've already done, and we can execute terminal. And you can see the terminal menu come up here at the top, so Macintosh. And in 18, they moved the window controls over to the right, more like Windows. And we're in our VirtualBox. Okay, now what I've already done here was I've gone to Firefox. And in Firefox, I went to RChain.coop. And I clicked on in community, I clicked on developers. And I went down here, and Ubuntu is a Debian derivative, and we want the Rnode, the Debian version of it. And we click on it here, we hit save file. And then up here, where this down arrow is, we can see the progress of it. And we can open the file. And hit the install button and install Rnode. And then we can head over to Cryptofex.io, and we can download the Cryptofex. And we put in our first name, last name, and email address. We click the download button, and let's see, we have get the download button here for the Linux release. And this is an app image file, which I never used before. We can see it coming in here. And LS or downloads. We can see there's an app image. And there's a part app image, but because it's still downloading. Let's assume that it's finished. And then we want to do a change mod. Plus execute permissions so that the file is executable. App image files are executable, but we have to manually make them executable when we I hit the tab key to fill in names once I've typed enough to make it unique. Otherwise, it beeps at me. So we make that executable. And then, let's see, if we look here, it's completed. We can click on the folder here, and we'll see it open in the folder. And we can click on it, right click on it, and run it. And we can see it open here on in our menu on the left. We can right click on it. We can say add to favorites. Okay, I already had it in my favorites, so ask me to remove it. Okay, and in here I can look at the row line examples. And there's a configuration here. I changed this to robot.net so that it would deploy blocks on the dev network. But I'll change this back to localhost. which is the default. And then I'll do a save control. I think you have to do a save here or not. Control S does a save. And then I can look at the Erlang examples here, hello world. But let me first go back here and do a tail forever /var/lib var /lib /Rnode. And the Rnode.log file. Okay, this we'll see the our Rnode instance running. And if it's not running, we have to do a system CTL, system control start Rnode. And then once our password. And we're I'm surprised it didn't complain. It's already started. So we go back, hit up arrow to go back up to the tail of the Rnode.log. Again, we're watching it working here. And it looks like it's connecting to a lot of things. Let me check the error log. Any other log here? A couple of tabs in the thing, so everything should be in here. Okay, well, we click on Hello World here, and we hit the run key. It says running. Okay, we don't. Oops, we don't see any activity here. Could widen this so that it's less word wrapped. So this ran locally here. It didn't seem to touch Rnode. And it's, apparently this doesn't know when to stop. Stop it manually. So we can hit the stop. And we see this was evaluated and it displayed hello world here. Now if we hit deploy, now if we do an eval here, we should see it over here. And we didn't see anything. Oh well. Look the same. do a deploy. Error. Casper instance not available. Oh well. So we're not set up properly. I'm going to go back to the JSON file. I'm going to change this to robot.net. And then Control S, save the file. And now I'm going to go back to hello.row. And I'm going to do a deploy. Success. Now I'm going to, and if I look at the log, where is it? Windows robot.net. I can see that it received the deploy. Now that's hello world. And go back here. And we can propose block. And oops. If I go back here, we should see the proposed block. I don't know why it's getting all these errors. Requesting this block. Maybe I'm going to filter them out. Quick. So the proposing block may not be working. I don't know what's happening with the oops, success. Created a block. And if we look back, we should see something. I don't know why we're not seeing it. So the log got cleared for some reason. Huh. You look at the chronological detail. You should see everything. And we see the new fork tip choice of the block. That looks like a good thing. Go back up here. Too much noise on here to figure out what's going on. When we hit the back key, it should bring us back to the, oh, okay, for some reason it's clear. Okay. So we can make new folders or and make our own files here. Okay, we can stop Rnode and run our own version, install our own version of Rnode if we want, whatever. It's not clear to me how to configure this Rnode. I guess if we look in the let's change directory. Change directory to varlib Rnode. Okay, we can see we have our certificate there. have our block store, we have our R space. Not clear where the configuration of our node is. I guess that's a mystery of system control that needs to be discovered. But we can always system control stop our node. Oops. What the hell? Build system control, right? And then we can run our own version of it. If we can see that if we look at the tail of it, that it shut down and said goodbye.